It's showtime!
Hey, what's up guys, Pitfall87 here, back with another reaction video. And this time, we are reacting to Citizen Soldier's newest song, Wish I Could Cry. It's featuring Halocene, I think that's how you pronounce it. Shut the fuck up, computer. But...
Hi.
Hi. You're yelling right next to the extra mic. Don't.
I sniffed your microphone. I'm up in your crib, stealing your staircase like I said Ed and Eddie.
Fuck off. Anyways, we are here today to react to Citizen Soldier's newest song, Wish I Could Cry. I double checked because I thought this was on ICU. It's not. Definitely can't wait to hear the other ICU tracks though when those come out. But
Can't believe they released an entire album and they're already cranking out more music.
oh, that's what they do. They take a little bit of a break in between, but from what I understand, this has been ready to go for a while, and they're actually going to be going on tour with these guys next year.
Hey, fair enough.
But yeah, you got anything you want to say before we get into this?
Where have the Teletubbies gone? I'm seriously asking that question. Where do they go?
I don't fucking know.
Somebody stop me from talking.
Don't worry, guys. It's airsoft.
Really? I thought it was water hard.
Fuck off. Alright, ready?
Ready.
Ooh, already. Ooh. Yeah, this is hitting hard.
Yeah. Oh.
Love her voice.
Very much so.
Reminds me of Meredith from Undefeated.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to hear her get this chorus for herself, but I love how they're layering both their voices.
Yep. Oh!
Whoa!
I feel like the song ended a little too soon, at least for me, because that sounded amazing. But,
Holy fuck.
this is yet more proof that sometimes amazing things come in small packages. And even then, 2 minutes and 50 seconds, that's not really that small. Just felt it because, oh my god, I did not want that to stop. You really keep an emergency lighter on standby?
Yes!
And not for lighting candles in case of power outages.
Exactly.
Well, can't fault the logic.
Push down.
Yeah. There it goes.
That's literally been there for like almost 2 years.
Pretty. Oh no.
My god!
I lack the words to be able to describe just how much I enjoyed that. Like, chills actually up and down the spine.
Like, I feel like you and I won't have a lot to say about this, but I kind of want to go back through this real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have too much to say about it, but if anything, I want to go through it again just to experience it again.
Yeah. Because, like, yeah, a lot of what we could say has already been said.
Yeah, it's like how a couple weeks ago when they dropped ICU.
Yep.
I couldn't say anything about that. By the way, go listen to the album, guys.
Yes, please, for the love of God, do it. Because they do, in fact, see you.
100%. It's like even the wristband says.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would have made the joke being like, it's like they see you, but no, they fully intended for that, and it's beautiful the way they wrote it in.
Yeah, exactly. Like the shirt says ICU. It's got the. This is a sign language, correct?
At least I believe. One of the more common interpretations is, yeah, this actually means, like, I love you.
Okay. And then, even at the bottom here on the wrist, it actually fully says the sentence, I see you.
Yep. Which is beautifully artistic.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, let's go back through this real quick, man. I can already say right off the bat, what Jake is doing with his vocals here, man.
That's the kind of thing that you would expect to hear a little later into the song, or, like, towards the end of the first verse. So for him to open up immediately with that, just goes to show, okay,
right?
Something is special about this one.
Right? Traded cyanide for Novocaine.
Yeah.
And some of those fucking previous lines just... I wanted to let it just... Lost purpose running from my pain?
Yeah.
Made a prison shining trauma and never found nirvana. My god.
That's... Whew. Like, I even have, like, a little something, I guess, to say about, like, the opening lyrics there.
Yeah. Let me bring them back.
Yeah.
Built a fortress,
trading memories for always feeling empty. So, like, what is that, getting rid of certain memories? Or something like that? Or suppressing them?
I think it's the suppressing memories because if you're suppressing memories, you're not allowing yourself to feel that, meaning it can lead to an empty feeling inside because you're not allowing yourself to process those memories, that trauma.
That's kind of a thing, I guess you could almost say it's kind of like that for me. Not so much that I've really suppressed them, because, oh dear God, I remember a bit too much about half of the shit that I've had to go through. But,
honestly, same.
Yeah, but I've had to actually suppress a lot of what I've had to feel about a lot of those memories, to the point where sometimes, I mean, I do actually kind of bury them, only to eventually have, like, some oddly specific thing happening at that moment remind me, very, very tangentially, of that oddly specific thing that happened back then. And Yeah, honestly, it's gotten to a point where it's like, as angry as I can feel about what has been done to me, how do I put it? I feel somewhat empty, I guess you could say. Like, I've gotten to a point where it's like, not even just to be a nihilistic shitlord of being like, let me just go ahead and destroy this thing because I feel like it. No, I genuinely can't find the capacity to give a damn anymore.
Honestly, I get that myself. Especially these last few years of my life. Granted, even you can attest, I've gotten better these past few years. Hell, me finally getting my own place is proof of that.
Yep.
But everything that, like, even I'm still suppressing a shit ton of my memories. There's a lot of stuff that I refuse to talk about, even to people like Cerberus, who are as close, he's a fucking brother to me, and there's still things I refuse to talk about because it's so painful to even bring up.
Yeah. There are some things that I still haven't brought up yet with the majority of my friends, simply because some of it's too painful and some of it's just too embarrassing. Which, I mean, I suppose I shouldn't be embarrassed about some of these things, because they're things that, it starts off like, okay, everybody's been down this path before, and then it just gets all the worse. Yeah. For me, at least. But I think the most recent one for me is, like, losing Komori around this time, or at least about a month-ish later, like, last year, even, or at the start of this year, was...
Has it been that long?
Yeah. The last we had actually heard from her was Christmas of last year.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
It's all good. It's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I still feel at least some level of pain just because of the fact that it's like, I can't talk to her anymore, except, I mean, I guess in a sort of spiritual sense, yeah, but I didn't really have enough time to work through those emotions. My life is very stop and go, minus a stop.
Yeah.
Oop.
But that's how I was like when my grandmother passed too, because my history with her, but she was still family.
Yep.
How's it going, Clock? I would not come in here. We're recording.
Don't come in there?
Yeah, unless you have your mask on, because again, we're recording, face cam and everything.
Hold on. Alright. Sup?
Expect a video with him fairly soon.
Yes.
You want to get on this conversation as well, man?
Hold on, give me a second.
All right, we'll continue this.
Yes, I'm here.
But we're...
Give this a try.
All right, after this.
Oh dear, what is that?
But yeah, we're going through the new Citizen Soldier song. We've already done a full listen to it, so we're just talking about stuff that it brings up with us, because obviously like mental health stuff, and we've been on a little bit of a tangent with this particular one, because I said we probably wouldn't have a lot to talk about, and here we are turning this into another reason to live.
Yeah.
But we spent like 10 minutes on the first fucking lines.
We weren't going to have a huge amount to say. Let's go ahead and talk about a novel's worth of repressing memories.
That's literally what we've been doing.
I walked in at the greatest time.
Yes, you did.
We're
Yes,
all in
absolutely.
for a treat tonight. This one especially. You're gonna see us suffer.
Yeah, seeing us suffer. We're both in for a treat because we're going to suffer, but you get to watch us suffer.
Yep.
I gotta go put my ice cream in the freezer.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I forgot ice cream, so I'm going to be suffering with milk.
Yeah, full...
You can have some. There's plenty to go.
Full disclosure, I probably won't be able to partake in the suffering thing because I got asthma like super bad, and if I have something that's like way too spicy, there's a possibility that I could aspirate, throw up, and then try to breathe while I'm throwing up, so I start choking on my puke, and
that's why I said we're not going to have you participate in this. You're just the cameraman.
Yeah, no, I'm cameraman and also part-time medic, except I don't really know too much about medicine.
Fair enough. Okay, but...
Yeah, you're in the best of hands.
I hope so.
Okay, but anyways, back onto the topic. I think we said all we can say about this one.
Yeah.
Alright, let's continue. Kind of talked about that already.
Yeah.
Huh?
Blue bell in the bathroom.
No.
I don't want to scare her.
Yep.
Yes. There is no
Yeah.
healing in not feeling anything. It may be easier for some people to suppress how they're feeling, but you're never going to be able to heal with that. I tried it. Ask him. It was such a self-destructive road for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I know it's one for you, too.
Yep. In fact, in a greater scope of things, a lot of young men in the United States of America, especially with modern-day society, are told not to even bother with feelings, to continuously repress every single one of them because it'll make you stronger in some sense. And it's yet another reason why I personally think men really need a better role model in life, because, when you got people like, what the hell was his name? Actually, it's probably for the better that I don't remember, let alone say his name at all, but everybody knows who we're talking about here. Let's just say very, very popular men's mental health guru.
Oh God, that son of a bitch.
Okay, I don't watch any of that stuff, so like I barely ever see something like that, but I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't watch it either, but I've heard a lot of hearsay when it comes to that.
Well, we'll pass this mic off between the two of you, so we can pick you up better.
I can just hold it right here. I think I'll do.
But
No.
fuck off.
I didn't even do it the right way.
All right, ready?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm just a cage of skin that threw away the key to fall apart right now. That feel like there's to say, but
Oh.
Yep, yet another thing of saying that, yeah, it would feel absolutely amazing to just finally be able to drop your guard and feel. But
Right.
unfortunately, life's only getting worse for everybody, so...
Oh yeah, I still see that as the cage of skin. Throw away the key is like you want to get out of yourself, become someone new, and start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
these walls were built to break. I really wish that I could cry right now. I really wish that I could let this out.
Pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yes.
That's just a line that once you hear it, even after the initial viewing, you just need a second to process that line.
Yep. In fact, it's one of those things where it's like, there have been multiple times where I actually just sit by myself after a lot of stress, and I actually do think to myself exactly those words. And I genuinely wish that I could, finally just let myself cry.
Mm-hmm.
But oftentimes, I mean, unless it's like a very, very specific instance of something very terrible happening, like, for example, like I mentioned earlier, losing my friend Komori close to this time last year. Losing her was one of the few moments where I actually could finally break my guard down a little bit, but usually it's like I just can't really feel anything. If it's yet another knife being put in my back to the point where I look less like a human being and more like the entire shelf of knife blocks at Walmart, I can't even bother crying. And there are times where it's like, as much as I want to make myself do so, I just can't. What ends up coming out instead is like a gigantic, bellowing, primal scream of me being so pissed at myself for not being able to. It's like I've forgotten how to be able to feel most of the time.
I don't mean to laugh at that, but the analogy if you look like the knife block at Walmart.
Oh yeah, no. I came up with that specifically to make it sound funny.
I don't want to be rude.
I tried not cracking a smile during that, even though I knew that's what you were doing. Just in a way, I'm like, sometimes you crack jokes, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't feel good laughing at that.
Oh yeah, no.
I
I tend to crack jokes when it comes to a lot of the sadder things, specifically because it's like, amusement is one of the few emotions that I can still regularly feel. And I, oftentimes with a lot of the shit that I open up about, especially like that, I kind of need a little bit of levity, so that way it's like, it's not all doom and gloom that I speak.
I saw a meme on iFunny. Don't go on iFunny, children.
Don't go on TikTok either.
Just avoid social media. You'll be a lot happier. Trust
Oh,
me.
100%.
Don't bother with technology. Learn how to use flint and steel in order to make a campfire.
I already know how to do that.
Good.
So, I saw the meme, and it's... Have you seen that guy that... it's the same dude that posts the... what did Kilgore do and that guy.
Yep.
He posted one where the brain and the dude sets down a box. It says trauma, and the next panel they're cheering. The box has tape over it that says jokes.
Yes!
That's how we all deal with it, and I don't like that.
I think they actually kind of bring up something like that in here later on, actually.
Let us continue then.
Million thoughts in my head and they all want me dead. I'm too good at holding them down. I really wish
Yep.
that I could cry right now, but I'm afraid that I've forgotten how.
I just said that.
Yeah,
You literally just said that. But
man.
in something like that, even when it comes to me personally, it's not just a sadness thing. I actually scare. I've been told that I scare a lot of people because I'd much rather cry over getting mad, and that genuinely scares a lot of people in my life. Like, even Mike, it terrifies Mike that I'd much rather cry over getting mad if someone pisses me off. But a lot of that's because of all the repressed emotions and bottled up emotions. It's just like, most of it is sadness, so even if I'm pissed, it just comes out as tears.
Yep. Meanwhile, for me, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are, a lot of people in my family are not necessarily scared of me, more so just the fact that it's like, I think they implicitly know that if something starts to stress me out, that, if they keep pressing, I might end up breaking a mirror. I haven't done that yet,
boy.
but
Well,
I
dude.
think they know that I'm, like, high-strung enough to the point where I'm up to that level, and I think they're at least somewhat afraid of, like, trying to push it past that point.
I mean, hell, it's like the goddamn Hollywood Undead song, Time Bomb. One of the lyrics is, I'm a fucking time bomb and you're running out of time.
Fair enough.
Anyways.
Being lost, how I cope with the help that I've known.
Okay, that's not necessarily what I was thinking, but kind of, yeah.
Yep.
Being numb is how I cope.
Well, and I hate to say this, but escapism has been like my thing where I can quite literally be away from everything. And
That's...
Dude, why do you think I do? Why do you think I do YouTube videos? Why do you think I make music? It's my escapism. Video games used to be that, but now it's making content and music.
Yeah, you shouldn't actually hate the idea of escapism in any way, shape, or form. It's something that we all need. And it's unfortunate because, well, I don't want to sound too much like, these fucking millennials or anything like that.
no,
these
Zoomers, remember.
these millennials, these Zoomers, this Gen Alpha bullshit.
I thought we were Gen Z.
Zoomers are Gen Z.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've never actually heard it called Zoomers.
I've heard it both ways, and I'm like Zoomers, Boomers, and then
Never heard it called Zoomers before. That's my bad. But
Yeah, we're pretty much like all early Gen Z, where it's like, we saw the mistakes the millennials made, despise them for it. We see what the rest of our generation turned into, despise that. We saw Gen Alpha, we want to nuke them. We hate the fucking boomers, and just... we are in such a bad spot because it's like, we are like literally the eye of the storm. We are in the one calm, reasonable area, but you walk in any one direction, it's a fucking hurricane.
pretty much.
I watch another YouTuber. He'd be one of the more like controversial ones, but like if you actually look at what he says and actually do the research, which something everyone needs to do, look up, understand things yourself before you make your opinions.
Yep.
And he made a video 2 days ago now that was why he hates Gen Z, and he showed off some very interesting shit that I'm like, God, why am I part of this generation?
I know, right?
My nephew, 10 years older than me, is still a late Gen Z kid. 10 years younger than me, and I'm 22. Okay?
I hate our generation.
So much, with a burning passion.
I always...
And yet we're blamed for how shit our economy is.
Yeah, no, that definitely...
And how
all
bad
started-
our own mental health is, too.
That started actually with the so-called greatest generation, aka the ones that fought World War II. I mean, yeah, granted, they were braver than the rest of us because they literally fought in that, and a lot of them didn't make it back, but they also, let's just say when it comes to the things they voted for, it definitely set up a lot of the groundwork for the millennials to start taking everything that was supposed to be for our future just so they can live a little more comfortably. Fuckers.
I'm not dying for an oil company.
No, absolutely not.
Me neither. But I also don't want to keep going on that side tangent.
Yeah.
That's going more into the politics side that
Let's-
I
yeah.
firmly avoid. That's why I stopped.
Yeah, no.
That's why I stopped reacting to Tom McDonald, even though I like his music.
But the silence is making me try. I really wish that I could cry. I really wish that I could cry.
I've had to wear 1,000 places. We faked it just to replace this. Panic that we're past outside.
That's fucking me in a nutshell right
I
there.
feel
Yep.
attacked.
Same.
Yep.
Damn you, Halocene.
Look at me. I'm literally wearing a separate face to hide from my past. Like,
But to be fair, that's also just because you also don't want your face on the internet because you respect your privacy.
yeah, also true.
I apparently don't. I've had my face on the internet for 8 years.
There you go.
I've had my face on his channel for quite some time, and I've even done a few face reveals on my own, and it's... Yeah, no,
That's-
but either which way.
I know
Yeah.
I've said it before. I don't know if it ever got like put into any of your stuff. You can find me out there on the internet. I'm not gonna tell you where, but you can find me.
Yeah, I don't think you. I don't know if you. I think you did, but it was on the quick review with the ghost Swedish fish.
Yes, I think so.
The
That's no longer up.
Yeah.
the answer is always Facebook when it comes to that question.
Ugh. Don't.
When it comes to finding someone's
But-
face, it's always Facebook.
He doesn't really have social media.
No.
That will not save you.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
No,
but
it doesn't, especially, and every year, like my birthday or Christmas, something like that, my mother's always telling me, oh, hey, who's liked what, and all that stuff. And recently, I was just in New York this past weekend. I'm probably all over the place there again because of,
right.
I'm
Well, we
in
need to-
New York.
I mean, even that doesn't really save you too terribly much. It's actually, like, you go to a lot of different websites, they'll usually have, like, somewhere deep in the source code something that's like, oh, Facebook analytics are actually able to see this website. So you visit it, and Facebook is aware of this person. They don't know exactly what their name is until you start inputting any personal information, then they pull that right out. And, yeah, then they start to create a ghost profile of you, basically.
Yep.
Just so that way they can keep track of everything you like.
We need to get rid of, like, mass social media and stuff like that, but,
We should have just stopped at MySpace. That was at least relatively innocent.
yes.
Now every feeling's lost its flavor. Cause I feel so much safer. It's frozen dead in fight or flight.
Yep.
Oh my god. Her entire verse is a personal attack.
Yeah.
Yep. It's also, man, actually in a slightly more literal sense, yeah, it's like whenever conflict starts to come my way, especially with the family and everything, I have a tendency to freeze instead of, finally stand up for myself.
I mean, honestly, same. Like, if someone's yelling at me, or not even just at me, but if yelling's happening anywhere in my vicinity,
Yeah.
I'm frozen. I can't say anything. I freeze. I start crying, and I don't know why. Even if I'm not the one being yelled at, I start crying. I think it's a trauma response from my mother and grandmother, but
That's probably what it is.
anyways.
Yep.
I've learned that I'd rather suffer. I would rather recognize than lose the little things just for the alibi.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh, that's...
Fuck off!
and
Quit bullying me!
all right, I hate that I use this guy as a role model, but Rick Sanchez has some like redeeming qualities, and one of the ones that he wants to hold on to, the toilet episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
this-
I don't mind it if someone says that they fucking, I guess, sympathize or whatever with Rick Sanchez before season 3 or before like season 4 or halfway through season 3.
Yep.
That show started going downhill midway through season 3, in my opinion. They started really bastardizing all the characters.
I've heard that the newest seasons, like now that they've gotten rid of Justin Roiland as the voice actor, has actually gotten a lot better.
I'm gonna say I like it just because it's stupid content that I can enjoy.
That's fair, yeah.
I will say I have been watching this newest season that comes out. The story is like fully connected throughout the entire thing, which is rather impressive. So
I'm fine with show, like, for example, Ben 10 is one of my favorite franchises. It has an overarching story through it, but not every episode is connected.
Right.
I don't mind shows like that, but I personally have always enjoyed shows more that have a connected story throughout the entire way. That's why I love shit like Death Note, for example, or Sword Art Online.
Mm-hmm.
While SAO is not really a good example because the overarching story of at least the first half is trying to beat the game and get out of the game. But there's a ton of quote unquote filler episodes that don't really do much, so SAO is not that good of a comparison. But
at least it's not as bad as Naruto, where they have filler episodes for the filler episodes.
Fair, yeah.
Oh God, what's One Piece like then?
yes,
What
continue.
Yeah. What One Piece is like is
Over a thousand episodes of absolute bullshit that's not entertaining whatsoever. Fucking fight me, internet.
Me and my cousin decided that we're not touching it because of how big it is.
Same.
Yep, that's one of those things where it's like, being relatively young adults, being like, oh boy, this one season, this One Piece show is like, getting into the first season, it's like, okay, you know what, I see what it's going for. You get to season 3. Oh man, I can't wait to watch season 3. Let me just get my arthritic legs over onto the couch.
Okay.
I can barely sit. Oh God, I got necrosis in the hip. Fuck.
Necrosis in the
Okay.
That taste of tender love is worth the sacrifice. I'm living not alive.
I love that. I'm living, not alive.
Yes, I've actually used that analogy before, or not analogy, but I've used that phrasing before.
I'm surviving.
Yep. Because
Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to actually hit that.
it's all good. But yeah, no. The when it comes to living, not alive, it's like, yeah, living, you're just going through life, you're living. Alive would imply that you've really got something of a life going for you. And these days it's just like, it's kind of hard to really achieve that anymore.
Yeah.
I was lucky to go on this trip to New York, so that I feel that. So
Recognize the most little things just for the alibi. That taste of tender love is worth the sacrifice. I'm living not alive.
I really wish that I could cry right now. I really wish that I could let this out. Million thoughts in my head.
Yeah, if you ever have a thought you want to say, just let me know and I'll pause it.
Holding them down. I really wish that I could cry right now, but I'm afraid that I've forgotten how. Being yours on top with the help that I know, but the silence is making me drown. My life is full up, but I'm empty.
Cause I've been so afraid of remembering.
Yep.
And I really love how they're going back and forth with their vocals like that.
Yep.
that's good.
I just want.
I was just about to say, actually, while it's not exactly the proper interpretation, I guess, it does kind of remind me, like the first part of that saying, "My life is full of love, but I'm empty."
My life is full up, but I'm empty.
Yeah. Not a different way of looking at it, but another interpretation that I guess I honestly also think fits for me anyway is how do I put this? Being capable. I'm trying to find the right words here. Basically, like being someone that wants to give a whole bunch of love because you feel that emotion very strongly deep down in your core, but having to suppress it because there's really nobody to give it to. It's, I mean, yeah, granted, there's familial love and everything, and there's, of course, the love that I have for my friends as well, but would it be wrong of me to say that I've completely but I've completely given up on the whole, like, wanting of a romantic partner at this point? Because
you're not wrong.
Because I just...
After my last one, and you saw what I went through with that.
Yeah. But there's also, just for me, it's like, most of the people that I do actually feel anything like that towards don't even remotely see me. And then there's the ones that do start to see me on the very rare occasion, and usually what I see of them is, well, at least, the spirit that they're trying to show, but at the same time, drug addiction, neglecting their own children. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't get myself roped into that, not while I'm so young.
No.
And...
Or even at any point in your life, personally.
Yeah, no. And, yeah, just in general, it's like, there's nobody that's going to be looking at me with any sort of doe eyes or anything like that. Nobody's going to want this asshole. I'm too much of a wreck to be loved. It seems these days.
I feel that in a bag of chips.
You just want to share your life with someone and not just walk it alone.
Yeah.
It's
But
alright.
but at this point, it's like, well, I mean, I guess that's the one thing that was actually pretty nice about growing up the way I did. I actually have all the tools necessary to be able to survive alone. Not that I want to, but at the very least, I know I can.
Wow, that got dark.
Yeah,
Well, at least we have each other.
true.
That's true.
We're all here.
Yeah.
We're all friends.
Cause I've been so afraid of remembering.
I just wanna break down.
I'm ready.
So let me breathe.
Yup.
I just want to break down. I'm ready, so just let me, please.
That's a hard request, and the fact that you nowadays, and I think we can all agree with this, is like we feel like we need permission to like break down.
Yeah, because
and let go.
Yep.
I'm gonna reference another one of their songs called "I Hate Myself." One of the lines in that song is, "I wish I could have a mental breakdown without turning my life into a ghost town."
Yep. That is. Ooh. And
And it almost feels like because of that you feel like you have to have permission to have a mental breakdown, even if you can't help it.
yep. On my side of the aisle, while that also fits, another song from Citizen Soldier that even better fits the reason why I can't break down terribly often is, and you'll easily expect me to bring this one up again, but you were about to say it?
Strong for somebody else?
Yes, indeed.
My
because-
personal hell, I'll bury it. Weight of the world, I'll carry it. I'll pile it all on. I have to be strong for somebody.
Yep. Not only in a literal sense, where I've had to take care of my mother solo for the past 6 years after she broke her leg.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Actually, it's almost 7 at this point. Jesus
Holy
Christ.
fuck.
Yeah. Actually, that's a whole bag of chips that I could get into, which I'm not going to do it live because I don't want to shame the people that are responsible for things turning out the way they did, because I would never hear the end of it.
No.
But also it's just drama that does not deserve to be online.
Right. Some drama stays off the internet.
Yeah. But, I mean, with a lot of my friends that start to have mental breakdowns or just starting to feel bad about themselves, or just random people that it's like, okay, I'm at least on friendly terms with them. I want to, see them be the literal best they can be. Even if I'm, like, at my absolute lowest, I kind of do in similar fashion with this song. I completely suppress the way that I feel. I stop the breakdown completely, just so that way I can actually get back to that strength to be able to help carry somebody else's burden for them. Or at the very least help them shoulder some of their pain.
And you and I are both, quote unquote, guilty of doing that.
Right.
And I put that in quotes because it's not really anything to feel guilty about.
Right.
It's just how you and I personally are we've always been raised on the idea of even putting yourself first is selfish. You have to put everyone else before yourself.
Yeah.
Basically.
I do that all the time. My
Same.
family would back me up on that.
So would mine.
And, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I hate to toot my own horn, but at the very least I can now actually properly say, because it does apply to all three of us, shouldering that burden to help other people through while also having our own trauma and our own issues to carry, we must be fucking monoliths when it comes to emotional pain.
Right.
Like, we are fucking golems. Or no, not golems.
Golems.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it would be golem.
We're not golems. We're okay, let me phrase that. So,
Wait, no, that's Yoda. Whoops.
So our mental
Close enough.
like resistance is like really high, and so we're a golem in that aspect. But
Yep.
our mental like ability to like actually deal with it is shriveled like golem.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Gollum.
Golem, yes.
But it's like last week with work when you saw me on Monday, how you even he can attest, it takes a lot to piss me off.
Yes, it
Yes.
does.
Ask him how I was when he saw me on Monday, just at the beginning of my shift.
I have very seldomly seen this man get even slightly angry. Like
With
we
the
worked-
exception of, like, Dan.
with the exception of Dan, but like when we met up to take care of something, and he was royally pissed. Like, it was not even funny. Like, I thought you were gonna kill me. I know you wouldn't, but like you were about to punch someone's head into space.
I mean, I was about this close to picking up a felony charge that
I
night.
really didn't want to bail you out of jail.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I don't even think I told you guys about that.
I don't think you have, no. But
I
do,
will off camera.
I do remember. Many years ago when when a friend of mine, at least I am back to being a friend with him after all these years. He's gotten a lot better than he used to be these days, or yeah, back in those days. But was someone that kind of off and on again as friends, and he nearly burned down completely one of your Minecraft worlds completely. Don't say his name.
Oh,
But you remember
God.
it.
Oh, why would you do that? That's God. I
Just-
would have.
Oh,
like, while he was- yeah.
especially with the sentimental value this particular world had at the time.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
'cause,
sorry. It's...
Like all of what it was especially shitty because of the way he went about it. He joined because I invited him because I was like, okay, he's gonna be pretty nice around this guy and everything like that. He decided he wanted to be a prankster. Ignited a fire around a bunch of wool and left. And I didn't even know it was going on at the time.
And TNT.
And TNT, yeah. And as soon as he got back,
you and Unsuitable were in the same room. And
Yeah.
As
soon as he got back, the sheer venom, the sheer anger in his yell, I felt like I was surrounded by a whole fucking truck full of live hand grenades.
Oh God.
And we weren't even in the same room.
Yeah, no. Just all of a sudden, it's like, I have never heard this man angry before, and suddenly I am afraid for my life.
And because thankfully this was during a time where you could turn off auto-saving and you could exit a world without saving.
Yep.
So thankfully that's what happened.
Yeah, you were
and
able to
I started the world back up. He joined, well, you and Unsuitable joined. I'm just saying that just because y'all were in the same room.
Yeah.
And it took about half an hour for him and Unsuitable to calm me down. I was pissed.
I would be too.
I'm someone who I would never even think about going online trying to find someone's information. I was about this close to going online trying to find this guy's information so I could give him a piece of my mind.
I mean, I knew at least a couple of things about him, but no, that would have been basically doxing. No, not okay.
Anyways,
Back to this.
And the power in this.
yeah, I need to go back and listen to the sheer power that Halocene had going into it as well. Ooh. And I just like how they just end it, how they didn't end it on a powerful, I wish that I could cry. It's just I wish that I could cry.
Yup. And one thing that I actually also quite like when it comes to the visuals there was the fact that it was like everything started to look more like a blizzard was starting to storm.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the funny thing because with a blizzard, you don't normally hear a lot of noise. Which is, actually just a natural thing when it comes to snow. If you ever wonder why winter sounds quieter than most of its seasons, it's because snow actually works as a very good sound dampener. And,
So what you're telling me is studios all around the world need to just have snow-insulated walls. Got it.
Pretty much.
as long as you keep the heat way down, but at that point everybody's going to have to be in their winter coats, and all of a sudden you're just going to hear, like, a whole bunch of, like, clothing rustling. And it's like, okay, yeah, sweet. That's exactly what I want to hear, is I want to hear SpongeBob, saying one thing, but as he turns around, I want to hear Tom Kenny's nuts slide across his jeans.
Ow!
That's exactly what I want to hear. Thank you, Nickelodeon.
No, and as long as you don't do what Tremors 6 did, you'll be fine.
Fair.
I don't even know what you're talking about here.
We'll explain later.
Yeah, that...
Tremors is a film franchise, just
Oh,
like
nice.
Sharknado,
Oh.
However,
but not made by Asylum.
not made by Asylum.
So it's infinitely better.
We'll explain later.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, goddamn this song.
No,
I
don't...
walked in at the right time.
No,
Hold
don't...
on, let me go get
God,
the unmatched power of the sun.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hold on,
God,
let me
ignore
go-
my friend. Do not damn this song.
Yeah, no, don't damn this song.
Alright, so as I said, I have the unmatched power of the sun right here.
Oh God!
Oh, God.
Oh, that came up in the camera.
Oh, my
Hang on, hey! Fucking shut that lamp off, and close that door.
Alright, ready?
Do it.
Do it.
My God!
It's straight up about as bright as my fucking light in my room back at my apartment. Oh my god. That is borderline insanity.
I told you the unmatched power of the sun.
I love that. Anyways, so
I hesitate to even think of what would happen if someone was to stare directly into that thing the second it turned on. I'm pretty sure someone would
Ow.
go blind.
You do get a blind spot.
but
Uh-oh.
so I hardly ever give rankings on songs anymore. But if I had to give this a rating, I'd give it an 11. 100 fucking percent. This is an 11 out of 10.
I'm tempted to agree.
I don't know this band all too well. However, for personal attacks against me, it's a 7!
You're just giving it a 7 out of spite.
Out of spite. Yeah, no, it was a good song. It makes sense. Although I have like one depression song on my playlist that I skip over all the time nowadays.
One thing that I will say though, and I will have to back this chair up a little bit here to really emphasize exactly what I want to say, is simply the fact that, yeah, when it comes to personal attacks, I'm pretty sure I got fucking Ultra Combo KO'd like as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I am fed the fuck up with that! See ya!
Bye, guys.
Bye!
Okay, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Scott Gary, Johnny C, Hex, Guy, and Flows with the links in the description. Follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/pitfallalley7, where I'm going to be attempting to stream more. Check out Cerberus' channel. Again, it's in the description. Clock's going to be tagged in this video like he usually is in any video he's in. It was an unscheduled cameo, but it was a cameo regardless.
Yes, it was.
But anyways, again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Pitfallalley7.
Amber Stroud, the Clockwork Stingray.
And we'll see you guys next time. Peace!